ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hरि Om, salutations to all. Kashi Vishwanatha Ashtakam, we are seeing the form of Bhagwan that is being explained. Through the form, many different qualities are also conveyed. Through the form, Bhakti Bhav also increases. Through the form, we get the alambana or a support for the mind to hold on to. And the form also is representing that supreme infinite consciousness which is unmanifest, unborn, unchanging, imperishable. Out of compassion, Bhagavan takes that form for the devotee. So, there are forms which are revealed in the Vedas. Please remember, these are not forms created by human beings. Somewhere, somehow that notion prevails that these are forms created by human beings. These are forms revealed to human beings. There's a difference. Even if the human being does not know that particular form, when a certain mantra is chanted, the form will manifest. Like in Ganapati Atharva Shirsha, when it is said, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, then Gam is a bija mantra. So it will be written there. Gakara Purva Rupam, Akaro Madhyama Rupam, Anuswarascha Antya Rupam, Binduruttara Rupam, Nada Sandhanam, Sagamhita Sandhihi, Saisha Ganesha Vidya, Ganaka Rishihi. So this is called Ganesha Vidya, revealed to Ganaka Rishi. And then what is the mantra of that Ganapati Bhagavan? Nichrat Gayatri Mantraha. Then the mantra will be there. Then the form which will be revealed, that also comes there. Raktam Lambodaram Shurpakarnakam Raktavasasam Raktagandhanuliptangam Raktapushpai Supujitam Bhaktanukampinam Devam Jagatkaranam Achyutam Avirbhutam Cha Srishtiyadav Prakrite Purushat Param Evam Dhyayati Yo Nityam Sayogi Yoginambaraha. So the form which will be seen will also be revealed, that Bhagavan will be red in color, wearing red clothes, worship with red flowers. And hence we should remember, see, even Valmiki Rishi, he did not know how Bhagavan Ram looks. Mara Mara Mara, he was chanting Ram Nam also ulta. But Bhagavan Ram came, he got darshan also of Bhagavan Ram. That is in the context of avatar also, that Bhagavan gives darshan to the devotee. So we should remember this, that these are forms, 6 major forms which are there: Shiva, Vishnu, Shakti, Ganapati, Surya, Kartikeya. These are forms which are there, independent. They have their own existence, whether human being knows or not. And to different bhaktas, Bhagavan gives darshan as per their bhavana also, no doubt. जाकी रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मूरत तिन देखिए तैसी. So as per bhavana, Bhagavan can manifest. There is no doubt in that. But that form of Bhagavan which is there is a separate specific form also. And that is what the scriptures say. So different Vedic mantras also, then stotrams written by Shankaracharya ji also, they all are saying same thing. Here and there some difference will be there. Somewhere you will see that Shivji is having an elephant skin around his waist. Dantitva krita sundarambara-dhare, it will be said. Shankaracharya ji wrote that in the Shiva Pradakshama Stotram. Chandrodbhasita shekhare smarahare gangadhare shankare sarpair-bhūṣita kanthakārna vivare netrotha vaishvanare dantitva krita sundarambara-dhare trailokya sare hare mokshartham kuru chitta vrittim akhilam anyaistu kim karma bhi. So this is one shloka. In today's verse you will see here, he will say vyāghrājināmbara-dharaṁ. Vyaghra. He wears the tiger skin. So that Bhagavan can also have his wardrobe, no? One day he likes to wear tiger skin, one day he likes to wear elephant skin. Variety उससे ज़्यादा उनके पास है नहीं, though only he wants to keep changing. Sometimes deer skin, chalo. But the point is what? The main form remains the same. Ganga taranga ramaniya jaṭilaṁ Bhūtādhipaṁ bhujaga-bhūṣaṇa-bhūṣitāṅgaṁ. So the devotee who writes, we should not think that Shankaracharya has created this form by his composition, and now all the devotees who are reading this, they are conditioning their mind, so Bhagavan will appear in this form to them. Shankaracharya is writing this based on what? Based on the Vedic revelation, plus based on his experience. That we should not forget. The Vedas reveal this very clearly, which is the form of Rudra, which is the form of Brahmaji, Vishnu Bhagavan, Narayana Suktam is there, Rudra Suktam is there, Durga Suktam is there. So all the forms are revealed. Hence, we should remember this and have the Shraddha that Bhagavan exists in the form. And Bhagavan has given darshan to so many devotees. All of them were not sitting and imagining. And we can't say all of them are imagining based on what they have heard, conditioning. You read the lives of so many devotees who have had no background of so-called Vedic studies and, coming to know what is written and then conditioning their mind. One famous example is Kannappa. He is the son of a tribal chief in the forest. Doesn't know anything. But when he goes to Srikalahasti, there is so much of love he has for Bhagavan, and he says, I should protect Bhagavan from the wild animals in the forest. And he being a tribal, he offers meat, fills water in his mouth, comes and spits on Bhagavan to do Abhishek. So if you see his life, he doesn't have the conditioning. One may say that Purva Janma Samskar, he has done some sadhana, so he has love for Bhagavan. That one may say. But the point is what? That there is the Shraddha that he has, and Bhagavan gives him darshan in that form. Like that, there are so many devotees. You read the lives of Alvars, the Nayanars, like that, many saints. Hence, we should remember this form plays a very big role. Very few people are ready for the formless, where the mind is so subtle, pure, sharp, single pointed, that it doesn't need any form. And there's a lot of dispassion, vairagya, that is the most important. Desires are not rising, gurgling in the mind, which make the mind extrovert. In our mind, desires are there. So then we are imagining sense pleasures, enjoyment, many extroverted things. Then to bring it back from there, directly place it in the formless, nameless, attributeless, very difficult. Form is a big alamban, support. Even Upanishads reveal the form. Think about it. Upanishad mantras. Kaivalya Upanishad gives Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum Trilochanam Neelakantham Prashantam Dhyatva Munirgacchati Bhutayonim Adityavarnam Tamasap Parastat. Like that. So many mantras. Upanishads also give the form, reveals the form. So today we will take up the third verse with this bhav that the form of Bhagwan exists. Otherwise one thing very weird. What is this? He is wearing some kind of a snake around his neck and all that. Bhūtādhipaṁ bhujaga-bhūṣaṇa-bhūṣitāṅgaṁ vyāghrājināmbara-dharaṁ jaṭilaṁ trinetram pāśāṅkuśābhaya-vara-prada-śūla-pāṇiṁ Vārāṇasī-pura-patiṁ bhaja Viśvanātham. So we worship, may the mind worship the Lord of Vārāṇasī, Bhagwan Viśvanātha. Who is he? Bhūtādhipaṁ. He is the Lord of the bhutas. Bhujaga-bhūṣaṇa-bhūṣitāṅgaṁ. He has the ornament of snakes and decorates his whole body with snakes in various parts of the body. Bhūṣaṇa-bhūṣitāṅgaṁ. vyāghrājināmbara-dharaṁ jaṭilaṁ trinetram. He wears the tiger skin, vyāghrājina. Then jaṭilaṁ. He has the jata. Trinetram. He has three eyes. And what does he have in the hands? Here this is the Chaturbhuj Rupa Bhagwan. So this also we should remember. Suddenly one thinks, Hare, Shivji, from where he got 4 hands? Shivji has many hands. 2 hands also, 4 hands. Then when we see him in the Panchananam, so when we see Bhagwan in the form where he has 5 faces, then he has 10 hands, Dashabhujam. The Rudram says that Dashabhujam Sarvabharana-bhūṣitam. So 10 hands. Here is 4 hands. What is he having in the 4 hands? Pasha. Pasha is the noose. Then Ankusha, that is the goad. And Abhaya is fearlessness. And Vara-prada, blessing. So fearlessness and blessing. And one hand he is having trident, Śūla-pāṇiṁ. So this is the description. Now when we see this description, one should not think that this is some, the human being who was in those times, Vedic times, a tribal person, So their god also a tribal god. Tribal person, by that I don't mean anything that they are lesser. I mean those who are living in tribes in the forest. And so people cook up the theory also. The most ancient seal that we found, that has been found while doing the research, archaeologically, Saraswati Sindhu civilization. So there is one Pashupati meditating. There is a crown with some horns, and he is sitting in meditation, wearing this animal skin and 3 eyes. One seal is there, one metal object. Now one thinks that, okay, because the people earlier were living in forests, and they were using animal skin to cover themselves. Now their God is also like that only. One may want to create like those theories, okay, create, but the bhakta doesn't feel like that. No, no, why is the Bhagwan of modern age not wearing some jeans and t-shirt and cool, some glasses and footwear, some Crocs? You want to imagine Bhagwan like that, you can imagine, nothing wrong. Bhagwan wants to be in a particular form throughout. Cycles and cycles of creation, the same form of Bhagwan is there. That don't forget. If some human being has created at some point in time, it won't remain for cycles of creation. Or Swamiji, who has seen the cycles of creation? And then nothing more can be said. If Shraddha is not there, then what can be said? If one is not having Shraddha in the Shastra and one is not believing the experience of the devotees and the Mahatmas who have had darshan, then nothing more can be said, because there is no end to intellectual speculation and doubting. And we always say this, that okay, even if we say, okay, so what if some human being has created the form, how does it matter? Are there not devotees who have had the darshan? And finally, that's what matters, that one has darshan of Bhagwan, one feels the joy, and one experiences oneness finally. Fulfillment one experiences. That sense of emptiness, finitude, ego, insecurity, all gone. That's what matters, no, finally. If and historical people have had darshan of Bhagwan in Kali Yuga. Bhagwan Shiva himself comes in the form of a Chandala, and Shankaracharya ji looks at a Chandala with 4 dogs. He has come there and he tells him, Gacha Gacha, move, move. And Bhagwan says, what should move from what? Annamayad Annamayam Athva Chaitanyameva Chaitanyad. What should move from whom? What? Body, which is made up of Annamaya Kosha, and the world is made up of this Anna only. That should move from what? Because 5 elements are pervading everywhere. So 5 elements can't move from 5 elements. And consciousness is also all pervasive. Consciousness can't move from one to another because it's everywhere. So he says, what should move from what? King Gangambuni Bimbitembaramanau Chandala Vati Payaha. That same sun is reflecting in the Ganga water and in the gutter water. So when he says all this, Shankaracharya ji is stunned. He says, this is not a Chandala. He bows down and he says, the full Manisha Panchakam, 5 verses he composes. Viproyam Shvapachoyam Ityapi Maha. Whoever is this person, a person may be a Brahmana or a Chandala, but that person is my Guru, whose Manisha is that I am the infinite consciousness. So he composes, he prostrates to that Chandala, and there it is Bhagwan Shiva who is manifest. So historically also people have got darshan of Bhagwan in the specific form. Bhagwan manifests with Mother Parvati there in Kashi. Hence we should remember, these are not forms. If Bhagwan chooses to be in this form, he wants to be, he is also, there can be a symbolism for it, there is no doubt, so that we learn. But if Bhagwan is choosing to be in a particular way, he is choosing to be in a particular way. Why do we have to do everything only with the logic, and it has to be appealing to my intellect and it has to be scientific? That scientific and logic is very limited. Mystic is much beyond also. Doesn't mean it is illogical. There is logic in that also, but it is not limited by logic. So the logic can be there. So when we say Bhūtādhipaṁ, he is the Lord of the 5 elements, because from him comes the 5 elements. Etasmat jayate prana kham mano buddhirevacha. So from Bhagavan only comes the Sthula Srishti, from Bhagavan only comes the Sukshma Srishti. The five gross elements are the five elements which have combined with each other. That's why they call gross five elements. Their source is subtle five elements. Their source is Maya. Their source is Bhagavan. So read Tattva Bodh. I always keep saying that in every class of mine almost. Tattva Bodh Padho. Master Tattva Bodh. Fundamentals of Vedanta make it very strong. So Bhūtādhipaṁ, he is the Lord of the five elements. And also it does not mean Lord of five elements means he is sitting above the five elements somewhere and controlling these five elements. He only is appearing as five elements. The waker's mind only appears as the whole dream world. The material cause of the dream world is the waker's mind. So the five elements are Shiva. And he is beyond five elements also, the Lord of five elements. And so we worship Bhagavan Shiva through the Panchabhuta Lingas. Bhūtādhipaṁ means that. So we worship him in the space aspect in Chidambaram, air aspect in Srikalahasti, then fire aspect in Tiruvannamalai, then water aspect in Jambukeshwar, and earth aspect in Ekambareshwar, in Kanchi. So the point is, Bhūtādhipaṁ, we see Bhagavan in the five elements also. For us, five elements are not Jadavastu. For us, five elements also are Shiva Tattva only. Consciousness only appearing as five elements. That is a higher vision of oneness. That we see one infinite truth in the five elements also, appearing in the form of five elements, and the whole Srishti for us is appearance of the divine. So Bhūtādhipaṁ means that. Bhūtādhipaṁ also means he is the Lord of all the Bhutaganas, Pretas, those who are in between two embodiments. They have come into Bhuta Yoni. That's a specific Yoni. Bhuta, Preta, Pishacha, like that different Yonis are there. Bhagavan is the Lord of all of them. Why? Because he is not one Bhutanath. He is Pashupatinath. He is the Lord of all the creatures also. In that one Yoni is this Bhuta. But the Ganas around him are like that because they are connected to Vairagya. Some of them are unfulfilled also. They are around Bhagavan, wanting his grace. Some of them are his sevaks. They serve Bhagavan. So different reasons. It shows compassion of Bhagavan also that people don't accept Bhuta, Preta, Pishacha. They are scared of them. But Bhagavan is fearless and Bhagavan is full of compassion. They are there and they evolve by grace of Bhagavan. They get to serve Bhagavan also, and then Bhagavan gives them whichever yonis they have to further take birth in. All that happens. So Bhūtādhipaṁ, many of them will be meritorious souls also who have come there after doing so much of sadhana tapasya, and then they are near Bhagavan. Like Ganas are like that. Hence, we say Bhagavan is Bhūtādhipaṁ. Then bhujaga-bhūṣaṇa, his ornaments are the snakes. We have seen earlier also. Snakes symbolize dormant potential, dormant energy. Snakes also symbolize fearlessness. Bhagavan is fearless. The poison of the snake is symbolic of death. So Bhagavan is one who is immortal. And that is the ornament. What is the ornament? Immortality is the ornamentation. Fearlessness is the ornamentation. Manifesting the dormant potential, that is the ornamentation. One may wear other things, gold and this and that. The real ornamentation is this. Like what is the ornaments of the hand? Dānena pānir natu kankanena. One of the Subhashita says the ornament of the hand is the ability to give, do dān. not just wearing some gold bracelets and bangles. Same way here. So, Bhūtādhipaṁ, Vasuki and so many other snakes, they are on the neck of Bhagavan, ears. The Janewa Bhagavan also is a snake only. On the arms, on the wrists, in the ankles, snakes are there. Imagine everywhere snakes are moving. Slimy it looks, no? And everywhere snakes are going on moving. Jata also is there, snake. But amidst all of them, that is also showing the stillness. The body is also so still, prana also, mind also. Movement is happening, but the person is not affected. Brilliant it is. Maybe in future some people may bring up the ornaments which are moving. Right now each one's ornaments are, stationary. After some time they'll start moving. Inspired by what? Shivji. Vyāghrājināmbara-dharaṁ. He wears Vyāghrājina. Vyāghrājina is the tiger skin. Now please remember, Bhagavan is not killing them to wear the tiger skin. Don't say animal cruelty, we are against animal cruelty, or God is doing animal cruelty. The tiger was thrown at Bhagavan. By these Darukavan rishis, to humble their pride, Bhagavan made a tiger skin out of it. And it is symbolic of that, to overcome aggression, rajoguna. That is a symbol of this tiger. And so Bhagavan wears the tiger skin. And also the fact is, when he taught the Darukavana rishis, that karma is not that important. Karma has a place to purify the mind. Atma Jnana is most important. For that one has to sublimate this mind, this ego. Surrender and contemplate on the infinite consciousness. So Dhyanam is most important. Let the karma be used to sublimate our rajoguna, to convert that kama into nishkama, to serve the society selflessly, exhaust the rajoguna, so that the mind becomes quiet and contemplative. That's the symbolism of Vyaghra. So he wears Vyaghra Ajina, the deer skin, tiger skin, whatever one wants to say. Vyaghra is tiger only, but sometimes deer skin, elephant skin, all that also one says. All symbolic of mastering the lower, the animalistic tendencies. So vyāghrājināmbara-dharaṁ. Then jaṭilaṁ, who has matted locks, that also we have seen, symbolic of tapasya. Sitting in long hours of contemplation, Bhagavan is not identified with the body. So jaṭilaṁ. So jata is actually symbol of that. No body identification. Jata is symbol of that. And that's why many times you will see the jata is, there is mud inside it, there is dirt inside it. It is not. When we met some of the sadhus in the Narmada Parikrama, we asked, very rarely they wash the jata. Otherwise it's there, because they are lost in contemplation. Now hair is growing, and they are not spending time in grooming and all that, nothing. So jata, jatilam. And we know that the jata Bhagavan also has Mother Ganga. Trinetram, Bhagavan has three eyes. Three eyes, sun, moon, fire. Three eyes, symbolic of compassion, justice, and intuition. And three eyes also symbolize three levels of perception. So gross perception is what we see, what we are able to see with our physical eyes. Subtler perception is what we are able to understand through the mind and intellect. So feelings, emotions, ideas, values, ideals, goals. We connect at an emotional level with somebody, intellectual level with somebody, and we are able to communicate, understand. Those are these two: physical perception, subtle perception. And this is perception which is beyond. Beyond the gross, subtle, causal, this is the intuitive perception that I am infinite consciousness. So that is the meaning of three eyes. And so they also represent the three powers: Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, through the Trishul. Three eyes Bhagavan has and Trishul Bhagavan has. Śūla-Pāṇiṁ Bhagavan is called. 3 points of the Trishul, they symbolize that: Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. Now, 4 hands of Bhagavan, what is he holding? One hand is Trishul, one hand is the Pasha, the noose. So what does Bhagavan do with the noose? Oh, Swamiji, he pulls out the prana of people. No, that noose is not for pulling out the prana. That is Yamaraj's job. This noose is when Jiva is getting lost in the world, Bhagavan puts the noose, pulls him towards himself. So when difficult situations come, some disappointments come, and then we remember Bhagavan. In one way, that is the noose. Bhagavan is giving us the karma phala only. He is not wantedly giving us sorrow. But through that karma phala, he is pulling us to him. Through his grace only one will remember him. Otherwise, disappointments make a person very bitter. Instead of making us better, they can make us bitter. And then we get into depression, drugs, whatnot. But in those difficult times when we remember Bhagavan, that is grace of Bhagavan, and Bhagavan is pulling, come on, enough, how much are you wandering in this samsara? So Pasha. Ankusha is a goad. When the mind is like a wild elephant, the Ankusha is used to control the wild elephant. It is small, the elephant is so huge, but that Ankusha is enough. So Ankusha is to control the wild mind. Mind of ours goes anywhere, thinks anything. With that Ankush one can control. Bhagavan says, what is that Ankush? Naam of Bhagavan is one simple Ankush. Breath can be the Ankush. Control the mind through that. Pasha, Ankusha. Then Abhaya and Vara-prada. Abhaya and Vara-prada. So with this hand, Bhagavan blesses the devotee. Whatever the devotee seeks, that the Lord blesses one with. So Vardhan Bhagavan gives. And Abhaya Prada also grants fearlessness, saying, don't worry, I am there with you. Go through life and its challenges with all confidence, courage, clarity, conviction. You go ahead with whatever it is, face it. Don't escape from life. Don't run away. Don't try to hide somewhere. Don't try to just avoid and postpone. Face it head on. I am with you and overcome. Whatever life brings, face it. So that is the Abhaya Hasta, that Bhagavan grants fearlessness. And the greatest we have seen Abhaya Hasta also means the self-knowledge. Bhagavan makes us fearless by giving us Vairagya and then Brahmagyan. Both these are sources of Abhaya. And that's why some places, so this is Abhaya Hasta. Some places Bhagavan also will have this Jnana Mudra, through which he gives the Brahmagyan. That makes a person fearless. So Abhaya, Vara-prada, and Śūla-Pāṇiṁ. He has the Trishula in his hand. Trishul is also symbol of 3 gunas, also symbol of 3 powers: Ichha, Kriya, Jnana, Shakti. And different symbolisms can be given of this Trishula. 3 points symbolize creation, preservation, destruction. Like that one can create. But the point is, Bhagavan has control over all these. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. He has the control on all of them. And so it is a weapon that he uses. This is the form, beautiful form of Bhagavan, and we will meditate on. we are not using the four hands form, etc. As I said, we are using just same one form to keep the mind steady. And when we do the abhyas of the same form, it is easier for the mind to focus. If any of you like to visualize Bhagwan through the four-hand form, please go ahead. Contemplation. Sit erect. The head, the neck, and the spine in a straight line. Close your eyes gently. Relax. Sit erect. Let the head, the neck, and the spine be in the straight line. Close your eyes gently. Relax the shoulders. Let your hands be in your lap, palms facing the sky. Come to a comfortable posture without any strain in any part of the body. Invoke gratitude in your heart. Thank Bhagwan for all the spiritual knowledge that you have in your life, for all the satsang, for all the sadhana that you are able to. So invoke gratitude in your heart and thank Bhagwan for all the spiritual sadhanas, spiritual knowledge, bhakti and jnana that you have in your life. Suggest to the mind that for the next 20 minutes I am steady and still without any movements. I am alert, awake, and quiet. I am only a seeker, a devotee, for the next 20 minutes, and self-realization is my goal. Relax the body with simple deep breathing. As we say inhale, take a deep breath in, slow, steady and deep breath. As we say relax, exhale slowly and let go of any stress or strain. Exhale all the air. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Continue to breathe at your own pace. In the space between the two eyebrows or in your heart, visualize a circle of white light. Invoke the auspicious form of your Sadguru or Bhagwan. Prostrate in front of the Sadguru. Offer some flowers at the feet of the Sadguru. May the grace and blessings of the Sadguru help us to control the mind, Repose the form of the Sadguru back into your heart. Invoke the auspicious form of Bhagavan Shiva. Bhūtādhipaṁ bhujaga-bhūṣaṇa-bhūṣitāṅgaṁ vyāghrājināmbara-dharaṁ jaṭilaṁ trinetram. pāśāṅkuśābhaya-vara-prada-śūla-pāṇiṁ Vārāṇasī-pura-patiṁ bhaja Viśvanātham. Vārāṇasī-pura-patiṁ bhaja Viśvanātham. Bhagavan Shiva has long matted hair from which Gangaji flows, which is tied up by the Rudraksha-malas. There is a snake in the jata. There is Bilva Patra. There is a crescent moon. On the forehead, Bhagavan has applied bhasma. There is his third eye, a dot of kumkum below the third eye. His other two eyes are partially closed. There is a gentle smile on his face. There are earrings in the earlobes. His neck is blue in color. His complexion is fair. There is a black and green snake around his neck. Rudraksha malas around his neck up to the navel. Rudraksha malas on the arms, on the wrists. Bhagavan wears a deer skin across his chest, an elephant skin around the waist. Both these are tied with a red cloth. He sits on a tiger skin. His right hand is having Abhay Mudra. With the left hand, he is holding a Trishul with a Damaru and a garland. The back left hand, he is having an Ankush, and the back right hand, he has a Pasha. This is the auspicious form of Bhagavan Shiva. We will chant Om Kashi Vishwanathaya Namaha 27 times. Om Kashi Vishwanathaya Namaha. 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 Continue mentally. We contemplate on Bhagavan Shiva. Bhagavan is Bhūtādhipaṁ, the Lord of all the beings. the creator of the five elements, who appears as the five elements. May we go to Bhagwan as we are. He loves us as we are. Bhagwan alone loves us unconditionally. Feel that Bhagwan has embraced you. His hand is on your head, lovingly looking at you. He is the Lord of all the beings, who loves the beings. His love is more than the love of all the parents of so many lives. He blesses you with fearlessness and immortality. They are his ornaments, symbolized by the snake. With the grace of Bhagwan, may we overcome any negativity that we have, animalistic tendencies we have. May I live in tapasya, in austerity, and not be a victim of comforts. May I develop three types of perception: gross, subtle, and intuitive. Whenever our desire is fulfilled, may I know that it is Bhagwan's grace. When it is that I am going through difficult times, may I know that it is Bhagwan's pasha that is pulling me towards him. When the mind is wild, may I remember Bhagwan's name, his form, his qualities. That is the Ankush. And with the Trishul, may Bhagwan destroy the three bodies of ours: gross, subtle and causal. So that we realize our oneness with pure consciousness. My body is the Vārāṇasī. My heart is Kashi Vishwanatha. Bhagavan is the Lord of this body. Vārāṇasī-pura-patiṁ. He is the enlivener, pure consciousness. Flow of bhakti is the Ganga in me. Bhagavan Kashi Vishwanath is the consciousness. Offer some flowers at the feet of Bhagavan. Perform a pradakshina. Prostrate in front of Bhagavan. And once again embrace Bhagavan. With all love, and compassion, Bhagavan accepts us as we are. So feel his love and compassion in your heart. Repose the form of Bhagavan back into your heart. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of the body. Be aware of the happenings around you. We pray for everyone's well-being. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. mrityormamritam gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Rub your palms, rest them on the face, gently open the eyes. Any questions? Where we can listen to talks on Tattva Bodh. On Chinmay Shivam channel, you can see there are talks Vedant Fundas Tattva Bodh, as well as on the Chinmay International Foundation Chinfo channel. Also, Advayananji's talks are there. All right. Hari Om. Thank you, everyone.